So I've been cutting my hair for 3, maybe 4 years now. I don't know, how old am I? I'm almost turning 24, guys. This is freaking awesome. Isn't life amazing? Anyways, the point is, I've been cutting my hair for a while, and every year, I seem to think to myself, oh my gosh, I think I've finally figured out how I want to cut my hair. I think this is the best way to do it. And then the next year, I think the same thing, and I look back, I'm like, dang, I feel like I was cutting my hair not in a great way last year. So it's probably a good sign that I'm improving in how I cut my hair. But also, I remember I was looking back at some old videos. I grew my hair out so long, bro. And then most recently, okay, so the most recent development, what has kind of sparked this commentary video, is when cutting my hair, I've just been cutting the back of my hair like shorter, the back and sides. And I remember, bro, I like went over to my dad's and he was like, oh, did you cut your hair? And I was like talking about my back and he's like, yeah, the back of your head looks like way better than before. And I'm like, bro, why did nobody tell me that like the back looked bad? You know, what I realized is cutting my own hair, I don't look at the back of my head, and so it just was given way less attention and effort than the front, and so, like, I think I finally have a philosophy on how to cut the back of my hair, which is really nice. It probably just means I have a better haircut overall, and it also just means that it's more comfy, especially when, like, sleeping, because I think, so initially, this was my big mistake, okay? I used to think that, like, my hair should just all be the same length. You know, I didn't like think about it super deeply, but that's sort of how I treated it. I just didn't cut the back of my hair like as much as I wish that I would have. And so one of the indicators of when I should cut my hair was literally like if it just starts getting annoying when I'm sleeping and there's just like a lot of hair on the back of my head. But now that I just have been cutting the back of my hair more, like that doesn't really happen, and it's just better, and I like the haircuts more. Anyways, I don't know, it's like a fun little activity, a good little practice in like almost in creativity, you know, because you kind of just like get to decide how to cut your hair however you want. Also, for this last Christmas, my dad gave me a sort of a 3-way mirror setup specifically for people who cut their own hair. So low-key, that probably sparked a decent amount of this, and it's actually been really helpful and cool. I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, this is low-key kind of fire. I still have to use like a handheld mirror for like some angles, but for a good chunk of it, I can use this like setup that I'm just like hanging on my shower wall. Okay. Frick, bro. I think I'm out of stuff to talk about with hair. Sometimes I record these commentaries. I'm only 3 minutes in. It's actually over. It's actually over. Is there anything else with hair? I could talk. Dude, I low-key, the older that I get, I've been saying this for the past like 3 years. The older that I get, the more I just have to shave my face. So maybe in like 5 years, I'll be able to grow out a beard. I feel like I'm probably not that close. I mean, low-key, I've never actually tried to grow out a beard, but I feel like I'm just not that close. Maybe one day I'll be rocking a beard. All right, I think that's all I have to talk about in terms of hair and whatnot. I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff this week, low-key. Every single night, I've just been out doing something. I feel like I've just been life maxing, guys. I've still been dancing, I've been hanging out, I've been working out, and I've been doing a little bit of dating. Not gonna lie, I have a lot of thoughts on dating apps and just dating in general. Dude, it's actually been so like fun and freeing and cool. All right, I'm not gonna dive into any stories, but I have for the first time, I've just been like asking girls out in person, which has just been a really good exercise. Has felt freeing and cool. Honestly, not having a lot of good success with it. Like the last girl that I asked out, she's like, sorry, I'm married. And I'm like, oh, okay. The dating apps on the other hand, I've been having a lot of success on the dating apps, to be honest. So at this point, that's probably as much as I'll say. Maybe I will make a commentary at some point. It's just weird, because it's like, it's what I'm doing a bunch of it, so like I have stuff to talk about, but I always tread more lightly than I need to, probably, in terms of dating stuff. But even just beyond the dating, I feel like probably for the first time in my life, I'm just doing a lot of typical 20-year-old behavior. I don't know, bro. From like the ages of 18 to 22, 23, I was just so locked in on YouTube and career, getting somewhere in life. and now I'm still doing a good amount of that, but I'm also just like dancing a lot. Bro, last week I danced, I don't know, so much that I literally, I had to like take a break. I had to get more sleep. There was like 2 nights in a row where I just danced for like 3 hours. And this last Monday was the first day that I took a break because I was just like kind of tired. It was the first time that I like skipped a day that I didn't need to, because I was like, all right, I'm just doing this a little bit too much. And I think something that I'm learning about myself is when I start something or get into something, I go full bore. When I tried to learn Japanese last year before going to Japan, I basically dropped everything in my life to tackle this project. And that's sort of like very similar to how I've been treating dancing. And so I think I'm cooling off a little bit, but still going and having a good time with it all. This match that we're watching right now, sorry, gonna switch topics on you a little bit, is one of the, this might have been my match for peak elo, honestly. I think I'm number 54 right now, which feels really good. It always, I don't know, bro. Sometimes I drop out of top 100 and I'm like, frick, bro, I'm actually trolling so hard. And then when I'm in like the 50 range, I'm thinking, holy frick, I'm popping off so hard. So this is definitely on the upswings a little bit, but I've been having a lot of fun trying to get better. I think I've been playing pretty well. One thing that I've been thinking is not so much in terms of raw improving, but more so treating ranked as like performing, almost like a sport, like growing up. I'm showing up, and the only thing that really matters is how well I'm doing right now. Like, yeah, obviously the habits that you develop and the tech that you learn matters, but at the end of the day, like, it is just your performance that dictates anything. And this is a thought that's been creeping up a little bit ever since I was commentating the last playoffs, because that's the ultimate showcase of this is a performance. It doesn't matter how you did in the whole entire ranked season. It doesn't matter what your average time is. All that matters is if you beat your opponent. And yeah, the stats and overall performances on the ladder are a good indicator of how you're doing, but it's not like a say-all. Also, I threw this like pearl. I thought I trolled so hard, but it actually landed at a pretty good spot, and then I'm going to be building my portal here pretty soon. So this is a pretty solid pace. We're going to be entering Stronghold, sub 8. Look at that drag clicking. I just love building portals like that. It just makes me feel so cool, even though I saved probably like a handful of ticks, and it doesn't really matter. It just, for the confidence, for the viewing experience, it's just really nice. So I throw a good pearl here. I'm going to do my little hunger reset, perfectly lined up with 2.5 hearts, and we're going to be entering the end, low 9 minutes, and this end fight, oh my gosh. Do I even need to say anything? Yo, maybe I just put on music. I actually really like this end fight. Maybe the best chase down I've ever had.
Just want you to